I suppose I was about 5 years old, and my father patted me on the back and said, "That's nice, you'll be an artist someday." Perhaps that's why I became one. I think it's a social thing. In other words, we're a frontier society. There was no place for artists in that society. It's just that simple, you know. Whereas in Europe, there have been artists for so many thousands of years that it's not such a strange thing to be a painter and social prestige. It was only, I guess, because I lived in Rome where somehow being a painter you're treated very well by the man in the street. Well, when I came back, I felt a little out of touch with society. I didn't know what was forward, what was backwards. Consider, you have to build a house in a frontier. You don't have the time to ask, is this house pretty or is it not? The whole idea of art has, in some respects, been used in an anti-democratic way. In other words, by rich people to imply to poor people, we're not giving you a raise, and you don't deserve a raise because you don't speak French. When I was about 6 years old, I used to buy drawings from the boy who was the best draftsman in the class and very secretly take them home and copy them. I didn't attempt to do anything original. I wanted to do something that to me was real art. And his work seemed real. It looked like something sort of a comic book, you know, professional. Because we're a frontier society, we don't know what to make of artists. We've usually made them into movie stars, or else into eccentric people. But I don't think artists are any more eccentric than anybody else. Feminism attempts to point out that, you know, that business of "I'm only a housewife" it's depressing, because if you have an image of a housewife that's depressing, the person who is a housewife picks that up and becomes depressed. The same thing, in a sense, is true of artists. If you feel that you're rejected from the society, well, then you might start behaving as if you were. Because of our history, we don't quite know what to make of artists, and sometimes we make them into superstars. It's ironic that the meaning of America is to produce a large middle class, and yet you don't have a middle class situation. You have sort of all or nothing. My sweater is brown, his shirt is blue, her dress is red. If these colors don't seem right to you, perhaps you don't have a color TV. My sweater is brown. His shirt... dress is red. If these colors don't seem right to you...
No, see,
His shirt is blue. All right. If these colors don't seem right to you, perhaps you don't have a color TV.